The early morning scenario, it is 6:14 in the morning. You are brewing your coffee. Your children are still sound asleep. And then 3 firm knocks strike the front door. Bang, bang, bang. You go completely still. Surprised, you walk slowly toward the door. Through the small peephole, you see them. 2 officers in dark jackets with the letters ICE printed clearly across their chests. One of them has already placed a hand on the door handle. Your heart is pounding so hard you can feel it thumping in your ears. They knock once more, this time with considerably greater force. Open up. We need to have a word with you. This is the defining moment right here. The next 60 seconds will determine your entire outcome. You either walk away from this situation a completely free person, or you are sitting inside a detention facility by midday and boarding a removal flight by the end of the week. Size. Here is the frightening reality. Most POP, look caught in exactly this situation, make one fatal error. Within the very first 30 seconds, they swing that door wide open. They respond to a single question. They put their signature on one piece of paper. And just like that, their entire case collapses before it ever had a real chance to begin. But you are not going to respond like most people, because by the time this video ends, you will know the precise 3 words to say and the 2 things you must absolutely never do. Those words could be the difference between remaining at home with your family and losing the friendly voice. Trap explained everything you have carefully built here. Stay right with me. Let me walk you through exactly why the vast majority of immigrants lose in situations like this one. It is not because they are bad people. It is not because they have no right to be here. It is because they are simply not familiar with how this process legally works. And the officers, they understand that process extremely well. Here is exactly how each trap is deliberately set. Trap number 1, the friendly approach. The officer does not always arrive in an aggressive or intimidating manner. Sometimes the tone is calm, measured, and almost pleasant. Hey there, we are just here to clarify a few things. Can you help us out for a moment? We are looking for someone named Carlos Martinez. Is that you? It sounds completely harmless, does it not? Just answer yes or no and move on with your morning. But here is what most people fail to understand in that exact moment. The instant you respond with, yes, that is me, you have just confirmed your own identity to them. You have made their job significantly easier. You have voluntarily handed them the very first piece of information they came looking for. Officers receive specific training designed to make you feel as though cooperating and speaking freely is the right and safe choice in that moment. It is not. Trap number 2, the paper presented as official power. An officer holds up a document and announces, "We have a warrant." Most people see that word warrant on a page and immediately conclude, I am required to comply with this. This is an official government document. I have absolutely no choice but to open my door. That conclusion is entirely incorrect. There are 2 completely different categories of warrants, and only one of them actually grants immigration officers the legal authority to enter your private home. An administrative warrant, also commonly referred to as an ICE warrant, is signed by an immigration agency official or supervisor. It is produced on standard paper. It may appear formal and completely official to most people. Judicial warrant versus ICE warrant. How to tell the difference. But here is the critical truth that most people are never taught. An administrative warrant does not give officers any legal right to enter your home without your explicit and voluntary permission. Only a judicial warrant, one that has been reviewed and signed by it. Actual sitting judge of a recognized federal or state court grants them the legal authority to physically enter your private residence. So how do you distinguish between these 2 documents? A judicial warrant will carry the authenticated signature of a real judge appointed by a real court of law. An administrative warrant carries only the signature of an ICE supervisor or agency official, not a judge. If you open your door in response to an administrative warrant, you voluntarily surrendered your fundamental legal rights because of a document that had absolutely no legal authority over your home or your person whatsoever. Officers are counting entirely on the assumption that you will not know this critical distinction. Trap number 3, the pressure to put your signature on documents. If officers do take you into custody during the encounter, they may present you with various forms, documents, and official-looking paperwork. They might say something along these lines. Just place your signature here, and this entire process will move along much more quickly for everyone involved. Listen to what is being communicated here with complete seriousness. Do not sign anything at any point without your attorney physically present beside you. Some of those documents being placed in front of you are voluntary departure forms, which means that by adding your signature you are formally and legally consenting to leave the United States on your own accord. You are waiving your legally protected right to contest your situation before an immigration judge in a court of law. It is framed and presented as routine administrative paperwork. It is anything but that. It is a consequential legal decision being disguised as a simple formality. Now let me hand you the single most powerful tool available to you in any situation like this one. That tool is the law itself. It does not matter what your current immigration status happens to. B. It does not matter whether you hold current valid documentation or not. The United States Constitution provides meaningful legal protections for every single person physically present on American soil regardless of their background. Here are your 3 fundamental constitutional protections. Shield 1. The Fourth Amendment. This constitutional amendment clearly establishes that officers may not lawfully search your home or take you into custody without either a proper judicial warrant or your own freely given voluntary consent. Read those final words again very carefully. Or your own voluntary consent. If you do not give your explicit permission and they are not in possession of a valid judicial warrant, entering your home is not legally permitted under any circumstance whatsoever. Shield 2. The Fifth Amendment. You carry the absolute and constitutionally guaranteed right to remain completely silent throughout any encounter. You are under no legal obligation to answer any questions concerning your country of origin, the length of time you have been present in the United States, or the current status of your immigration situation. Remaining silent is not an indication of guilt. It is your constitutionally protected legal right actively working in your favor at every moment. Shield 3. The right to legal representation. At any point during the encounter, you may clearly state that you wish to consult with an attorney before you respond to any questions whatsoever. This is not an act of hostility or defiance toward anyone. This is not prohibited or penalized by any law. This is intelligent, legally sound, and fully protected behavior. Immigration officers are completely aware of every single one of these rights. What they are counting on is that you are not equally informed. Here is your complete step-by-step action plan. Commit every part of this to memory, rehearse it regularly, and teach it to every member of your household. The 3 magic words you must say beginning tonight without delay. Step 1. Do not open the door under any circumstances. This is the single most important step in this entire process. You are fully and legally permitted to communicate with officers through the closed door or through a nearby window. You are not required by any law to open it for them. The moment that door swings open, everything shifts dramatically and immediately. Officers can now observe the full interior of your home. They can claim they observed something of legal relevance inside. They can physically position themselves within the doorway. Keep that door completely and firmly closed. Step 2. Ask this one specific and critical question. Say these exact words clearly and without hesitation. Do you have a warrant that has been signed by a judge? If they respond that they do not have one, or if they slide a document under the door and it carries only the signature of an ICE official rather than a sitting judge, your complete and only response is, I do not give my consent for you to enter my home. That is your entire statement. Repeat it calmly and consistently as many times as is necessary. Step 3. Speak the 3 essential words. If officers attempt to question you through the closed door, out on a public street or sidewalk, or in any other location at any time, you have these words at your complete disposal that can protect your entire case from that moment forward. I remain silent. Or if you prefer a more thorough and complete statement, I am exercising my constitutionally protected right to remain silent, and I am requesting to speak with an attorney immediately. You are not required to explain your decision to anyone. You are not required to justify or defend that choice to any officer. Simply state those words with calm clarity and then stop speaking entirely. Step 4. Do not flee the scene and do not provide any false information. If officers present a valid judicial warrant or proceed to take you into custody regardless of your statements, do not physically resist the process in any way. Do not provide a false name or false identity information to any officer. Do not attempt to run or leave the scene rapidly. Fleeing creates immediate legal grounds for physical pursuit. Providing false information creates grounds for an entirely separate and additional criminal charge. Remain completely composed throughout. Say nothing beyond clearly requesting legal counsel. Ask calmly for your attorney and continue asking. Step 5. Decline to sign any document presented to you. What if officers approach you while you are in your vehicle or traveling in your car? If you are brought in and documents of any kind are placed in front of you, you have one consistent and completely unwavering response available to you. I will not place my signature on anything until I have had the full opportunity to consult directly with my legal representative. Officers may apply considerable pressure in that moment. They may strongly insist the entire process will conclude much faster if you simply cooperate by signing. Do not accept that reasoning under any circumstances. Step 6. Commit these contact details to memory right now. Write down the complete telephone number of a licensed immigration attorney or a reputable legal aid organization operating in your local area. Keep that number stored safely in your wallet at all times. Provide a written copy to a trusted family member who will be reachable. If you are taken into custody, the paperwork trap, don't sign this. You are legally entitled to place a phone call. Make absolutely certain you already know with complete confidence exactly who that call needs to go to the moment you are permitted to make it. What if officers approach you while you are out walking in your neighborhood, waiting at a local bus stop, or traveling in your personal vehicle? The fundamental principles remain largely the same in those circumstances, but your single most important question to ask in that specific situation is this: am I currently free to leave this location? If the answer given is yes, then calmly and without running, simply walk away from the situation and continue on your way. If the answer is no, you respond clearly and directly with, I am exercising my constitutionally protected right to remain silent. I do not consent to any searches of my person or my belongings or my property. I am emergency action plan for your family requesting an attorney immediately and without delay. Then you stop speaking completely and do not add anything further. Allow officers to proceed with whatever they are legally authorized to carry out. But you do not assist them in building any legal case directed against you under any circumstances whatsoever. Let me close this video with one final and important thought. Knowing and confidently asserting your legal rights does not make you a criminal in anyone's eyes. It does not make you appear suspicious to anyone who has a genuine understanding of how the law actually operates. It does not mean you have anything at all to conceal from any person. It means you are a genuinely informed individual who has done the work to understand your options. It means you walked into this situation fully prepared and ready. It means you refuse to be taken advantage of by a process that is deliberately structured to overwhelm and deeply confuse people who are not aware of their legal rights and options. Every single day across this country, people lose their immigration cases not because they were in the wrong or had no legal standing, but simply because they did not have access to the information you just received in this video today. You now carry a far more complete understanding of your fundamental legal rights than the overwhelming majority of people who will ever face a situation like this one. And here is exactly what I am asking you to do with that knowledge right now. Do not hold on to it only for yourself. Send this video to your mother immediately. Forward it to your brother. Pass it along to that cousin who arrived in this country just last year and may not know any of this. Share it across your family and community group chats tonight. Pull it up and watch it together at the dinner table this evening. Because having access to accurate and verified information is genuinely a powerful form of protection, and that protection is one of the most meaningful tools any family has for navigating these difficult circumstances together as a unit. If this video gave you something genuinely useful and important today, please hit the subscribe button right now and turn on your notification alerts so you never miss an update. Here at US Visa and Green Card Info, we publish content every day specifically designed to keep you accurately informed, genuinely protected, and consistently one step ahead of whatever the process brings your way. Know your rights, protect your family, and we will see you in the very next video.